looks good. Look at all these people who are alive. Okay. Where are you guys? Is that it? There you guys are. How are you guys? I am so happy to see you guys. I have good news. Doesn't this energy just feel nice? I hope you guys are all doing well. I can't see you yet. Let me get a drink of water. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a really great holiday if you're celebrating the holiday or other holidays with other people. I really hope that you guys are nice and warm and you have electricity and that you have peace in your hearts and everything is just going along swimmingly. This is a really, really important week, but I want to catch up with you guys. I know we haven't seen each other for a little bit, and I think that the last live I did, I was like, you guys, bunch of stuff is going down. And yeah, a bunch of stuff has gone down. We can barely wrap our heads around it, and it's just so nice to take this quiet break. I felt like President Biden's Christmas speech, the wish that he had for everyone in this time of silence and stillness. I just loved how he tapped into that quietness on the 25th and how we are reflect and the issue about kindness. And I also thought it was really important that he share the story about Christmas because we have those far right people that are really weaponizing the whole story and the whole meaning. And he just really brought it down to earth, and he talked about essentially being kind, and you could really feel that through him. There are some things I'm going to show you. This asteroid we're going to talk about, holy cow, when the committee voted to release the taxes. Liberatrix asteroid being liberated is so active backwards, forwards, and multinationally. I'm going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to show you this ornament. We're going to do some tarot reading. But let's see. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? It is so nice to see you guys. Hi, Nana, Jima, Teresa, Louise, Mountain Dancer, Deb, Spiritual Seeker, Charlie Smith. Yes, happy holidays. Oh, yeah, this needs to be brighter. Hi there, Candy. Oh my God, I have made a live. So thrilled. We're thrilled for you, Candy. Welcome. Jose, welcome. Hi, Sandy. Yes, everyone's Christmas energy is still rolling in. We had the moon conjunct Saturn this afternoon. My kids slept super late. I just knew it was that kind of that heavy energy of the moon and Saturn together. Hiya, Tarot Love. Marjorie. Oops, I just missed it. It just scrolled down on me. Hi, Ellen. Carmen. Happy New Year. Yes. I'm so happy to see you guys. I hope you guys had a really good weekend. Hi, Juno. T-Barb is here too. Hi, Pauline. Yes. So yes. Do things feel a little bit more happier, optimistic? Can you feel kind of that Pluto return? Our final Pluto return is just kind of staring this week down like it is ready to pop something off. It is. It absolutely is. Okay. I'm double fisting again with my coffee and my water. So I just need a little bit more light over here. So I wanted to show you guys this. This is one thing that I got this year through the White House. For whatever reason, I decided to look online, see if they were what they were selling around. I think this was probably after like Black Friday around there. I know they had free shipping, but I was like, oh, a Christmas ornament of the White House from 2022. Look at this. This is like an official thing that I have to register. Oh, and you get First Lady Pat Nixon's gingerbread recipe, gingerbread house recipe. But it's so pretty. And then you get this little booklet of the White House Historical Association. But look how pretty this is. Isn't this pretty? It's kind of heavy. It's metal. It comes in this beautiful box. The White House 2022. It's kind of, you look down here, you can see how it kind of is three-dimensional. But I just love this. I just love this so much. And I am just so proud to have it. I brought some other things through the White House. But this ornament I really, really love. And I just love it because it says 2022. The, USA version 2.0, she has been reborn this year. So I wanted to share that with you. And then, I don't even know where I was. Honest to God, I think maybe I was in Walmart or Target? And these tarot cards, like I was looking at something over here, I was bent down, trying to look for something, and I turned to the right, and this is right here. I'm like, I haven't seen this one. This is a really pretty deck, and I feel like this deck is really resonating for me for USA 2.0, the people going forward. Look how pretty that is. And I like that with the major arcana, they incorporate a word here. So like this one says skill. It just really kind of gets you to think about these things a little bit differently. The Page of Wands, invention. So we're going to play with some of these as well, okay? But, man, I was just screaming. I didn't get to see a lot of the things like, gosh, there was that day that just had so much news about releasing the taxes, releasing a report, releasing, I think that was even before Zelensky came and spoke to Congress. So, of course, I kept casting charts for the moment when all of these things happened. And I cast a chart for when this happened, when the Ways and Means Committee voted to release the taxes. And it is just really telling for me. There's just, first of all, so I have 7:31 p.m. at the Capitol building where this happened. This is the chart on that day. This was Tuesday. This was the night before. So this is the last day of the fall. The very last day of fall, because the sun is still 29 degrees. The sun would go into Capricorn, I believe, the next day on the 21st. But when you think about the fall, the seasons, the Libra ingress, the fall starts with the sign of Libra, the scales of justice. It is ruled by Venus. Venus indicates income, money, taxes, debt. So this season is ruled by Venusian things and by laws and people and keeping the balance of those things. And during this Venusian season, we also had 2 eclipses in the money signs of the zodiac, Scorpio and Taurus. So Venus is extra active. Scorpio is the sign after Libra, and Scorpio rules over the money that you share with other people, like taxes and your debts. Kind of those contractual things, the money that you are owed, but you're working with someone with money and income and gains. So on this very last day of the fall season, the sun in the 5th house, the leadership in DC, decided, yeah, it's time to release those taxes. And in that moment that happened, we have what's called the vertex. The vertex, it's serendipitous. Like for Donald, I think the vertex is kind of where different angles of the chart collide with one another. And it's kind of like the skies kind of open up and it's like serendipitous or synchronicities happen. And it's usually like really good things. And so the vertex, as I've watched Donholio, like if you want to think about making your own luck, he could always spin things and get out of things, especially when he was in office. Well, as I watch him, that's related to his vertex, but he's had a problem with his vertex since the great Saturn Pluto conjunction in 2020. That promised to change world governments and structure and power around the world. His vertex was exactly conjunct that point at 22 degrees Capricorn. And it's like he can't spin his luck like he used to, okay? So if you want to think of the vertex in that manner, like I gave the example some time ago, like I met my future husband. I was actually in New Orleans, but when we met, the vertex in my chart was wide open. And it was such that that weekend, it was like there were people from college and high school and roommates. I mean, people I hadn't seen in a long, long time, all like on Bourbon Street. And there were just, it was just kind of like my world just kind of opened up and all these coincidental, crazy things happen and still have a lasting effect. So that's kind of the vertex. So when they voted to release his taxes on this last day of Libra season, like this is like so great. It's like the scales of justice working every single day to the very last minute. The vertex that day was in that moment, because the vertex changes as, the earth spins. The vertex was 19 degrees Sagittarius. And I was like, what? This is where the south node was, the south node of the moon. We use the node points for like eclipse points, okay? So you have your north node and your south node. The south node is what you're releasing, okay? The south node. You're releasing. This is really important because there's so much happening with this. So we had an eclipse on December 16th, 2020. This is another thing that we don't really talk that much about anymore. But this was the eclipse, the solar eclipse. It was at 23 Sagittarius, conjunct USA Galactic Center. So when USA declared independence, our galactic center, where that black hole is, the center of our universe, the birthplace of the sun with untapped infinite potential to do something, was at 23 Sagittarius, okay? So that's where the sun was. So you knew that eclipse was going to be super powerful for the United States. Well, the other thing that happened, the south node on that day was 19 degrees Sagittarius. This solar eclipse I called releasing a solar figure. And Donald fits that because the sun represents a leader of a nation. So I was very excited at the time because I'm like, you guys, he's cut off. We're done. He cannot come back. That's like what cut him off. December 20th, Tuesday. Oh crap, I'm buffering. Buffering. What was the last oh, okay. So what was the trigger word? It was just a baby buffer. Just a skip? Okay. Okay, so when that committee voted to release this, the vertex, it was like the heavens opened up, serendipitous things happened, 19 degrees Sagittarius is activated from this eclipse, releasing a solar figure, releasing the taxes of a solar figure, because you know what else happened? That's what activated just from the leadership. The moon then, in that moment, was 26 degrees Scorpio. Again, Scorpio being the money sign, being the one that was had 2 eclipses, that rules over taxes. The moon was 26 degrees Scorpio. At our Pluto return, our first of 3, USA reborn last February, the south node of the moon, releasing something, was at 26 degrees Scorpio. Do you get this? So the transit moon was 26 degrees Scorpio. They vote. Back at our Pluto return number 1, the south node of the moon was 26 degrees Scorpio. So it activated this eclipse, not only of releasing a solar figure, releasing him, but it also activated this eclipse we just had. Oh, we're going to release your taxes. Do you see that? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Hi, Marie. Hi, Mel. So, yeah, so it's like so perfect. There goes my throat. So that is all said and done. The other thing that happened, which is active now through this new moon Capricorn, there's this asteroid, makes me very excited and happy. Our Pluto return. The asteroid Potomac, Potomac, that stands for the United States and her defenses. How she's going to defend herself, protect her borders, protect DC, our government. Well, it's conjunct Pluto. It's in the 27th degree, but our Pluto return actually happens when Pluto is at 27 degrees Capricorn, 33 minutes and 6 seconds, okay? So Potomac here, Potomac, I don't want to move my pretties. So Potomac, asteroid Potomac, oh look at, I have that, is at 27 Capricorn 17, and Pluto at that point was 27 Capricorn 19. So this synergy that has acted up now, we've hit the eclipse, releasing a solar figure, Donholio, triggering the USA Galactic Center and her untapped potential and her magic and what she can usher forth during this year of our Pluto return. With the moon at 26 degrees Scorpio, activating our Pluto return in the south node, releasing a scorpionic thing, the taxes, the 6th house public servants, the committee that's voting, is defending the republic, defending the nation, public service in our best interests, everything related to that. That, just in that moment, is what that did. You got it? We're going to open this one because I feel like this is for the good of the people. Let's just look at some cards related to what this is doing for our nation with these transits, okay? I just love new decks. These are a little bit larger again. I don't have any additional cards in this deck, so there's no yes, there's no other cards that I kind of invent, so it's just your standard deck. Again, it's the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jane Wallace, okay? So this just felt so much like for the people, for our nation. Here we have what's giving life to this chart. We've got Leo on the ascendant. This is what's feeding the chart for the people and this committee. Oh, Queen of Cups. That's my card for the United States. I need to look at this. What's the South Node with the Moon? The South Node releasing this. Then I want to see Potomac. Whoops. Conjunct Pluto. Oh, Liberatrix, that asteroid is asking for a different deck. I have to do the icky one. These are the bad guys deck now. This deck just it hasn't gone dormant, but it's frozen. Like there's nothing more to contribute to it. It's just kind of frozen in time, so to speak. Show me Liberatrix. Liberatrix. Okay. So, what's feeding this chart? Interesting. The Queen of Cups is on the ascendant. Empathy. Our nation understands what needs to be done. We have people who are on both sides, the left and the right, and in between. We have to make sure that we're thorough and that we are addressing everything in the most timely manner to maintain our integrity as a nation. Look at with these mountains, with our high ideals and aspirations. A nice clear sky with a moon that illuminates those things. What do we have here? The Three of Cups. I'm getting the government about this, the three branches of government, celebrations. Yeah, we're really happy we finally got those returns that judge said, like we finally got it because it went to SCOTUS, and now we have the Ways Means Committee, and we also have the people. This is very much in harmony with what we've wanted. We have the King of Cups. That has to be POTUS, support. This is how our nation has its own back by supporting those rules in the three branches of government. The 10 of Cups, fulfillment. We've gone the distance. Oh, yes, and this is the GOP that's a little nervous, yes. And the 6 of Cups from the past, the tax returns. The 6 of Cups has been coming up so much more clearly for tax returns, okay? So down here, they took that vote. We have the moon at 26 degrees Scorpio, that money sign. The 9 of Pentacles, one's individual wealth, one's comfort and security. This is an individual person. Comfort. Conjunct the South Node from USA Pluto return back on February 20th. The South Node, the Queen of Wands, we have some unfinished business. The Queen of Wands, our Pluto return, South Node. The Queen of Wands has often been, okay, it is leadership from another nation, because at our Pluto return, we're Pluto returned from our 1776 when we declared independence, we were trying to get out from underneath the thumb of another nation's leadership. That very much, the South Node then, at our Pluto return, we've come back with Pluto, has to do with another nation's influence. We have the VERTEX, the opportunity, making one's luck. Oh my gosh, no way. The 4 of Cups. So, This, when you think the ace, 2, 3, 4 cups, this 4 of cups is where Donald always shows up when he kind of gets the offers and information from abroad, Pooty. And the thing that he has to do to now carry on over here and start telling his people, you better do this for me or else, kind of thing. When he gets all mobstery-ish over here. Because the ace actually starts with like Russia, the plan, the 2 of cups, putting it out there, the 3 of cups, completing that cycle of a conspiracy, to now Donholio taking charge of that. So this vertex taking opportunity of his taxes from the past, and activating that eclipse of releasing a solar figure. We are complete. The world card. We are finished. And yeah, those taxes, they kind of go around the world. Completion. Don't you love these cards? I need some more. How are you guys doing? Holiday wishes. Oh, okay. So this, I had to grab these cards from the icky deck, the crime deck, represents this asteroid Liberatrix. I'm going to tell you more about her. Liberatrix, she's the asteroid that actually stands for France being liberated from the monarch after they lost the Franco-Prussian War. Napoleon III went into exile. And so this asteroid, Liberatrix, it was named to celebrate that. Coincidentally, this was named on September 11th, like 1902. So it's got like a 9/11 date to it. But that's the liberation of France then from being out from under the rule of the last monarch and in France. It also unified Germany, which is really important, okay? So Liberatrix, this is that vote. This Liberatrix, liberating us from the cloud and confusion. Exactly what's going on here? Who are you doing business with? Who are you sharing money with? Because we know it's abroad. It's in the 9th house. Lands far away. The challenge. The King of Wands. This has been Angry Putin. It's also been Xi. So these are the tax returns. That is what Liberatrix is, liberating us from this and this. And why did I put this up here? What's crowning this? The tax returns. The 6 of Cups as the tax returns. Didn't I not just have this down here somewhere? Yeah, the 6 of Cups. So we need to talk about all this liberation stuff, because this is one of those times where I was sitting down and I was getting wobbly in the knees and I felt like I was going to faint because of all the things that were merging together. Okay? Here we go. How are you guys doing? The truth will set us free. Yep. I'm trying to link her to the drug cartel and the crowd that funds Okay, Michael Grant, that is very interesting, because you know what? I just saw in passing today that Prince, his connections with the, I'm not going to say it correctly, but the Mujahideen and the opium trafficking. I mean, that's how deep it is. That's the thing he was running. And his sister was the secretary of the Department of Education, who had access to the entire database of all the kids in the U.S. and their families in public schools. I don't know who you're trying to link to, but that just popped in my mind when I just saw that, Michael. Connie B, that does not even surprise me, right? I know. So, and remember, BillBehindBarrs shut down. Okay, let's look at that real quick. We're going off on a tangent. But BillBehindBarrs shut down that EricPrincediscussion investigation. Did we talk about BillBehindBarrs last time? I think we did, because I was talking about because we were talking about that guy who built the bomb way back with that what it was, the locker, Buzz Buzz Bee. Okay, so was I talking about this last time about how Bill worked for Bush? The timing of him being Deputy Attorney General was months after that happened. Okay, and then his re-inauguration with Donholio. There's I don't even know if I got to talk with you guys all about the Bill Behind Bars stuff back then, coming back now. Okay, so let's Bill Behind Bars. He's part of the crime deck. Okay, I want to see Bill Behind Bars. Oh, what's going on here? That's interesting. Bill Behind Bars. This is you, Bill Behind Bars. Oh. Bill Behind Bars. This is the EricPrincediscussion investigation. Oh, okay. Oh boy, this just feels like it's like a spider web just going out to so many places. Oh my gosh. And whoops, there you go. Oh, I don't think you guys can see that. This is a tangled, like a bag of snakes. You know, I need to move this over a little bit. Okay. Why'd you shut this down? You shut it down because of this, and you had definitely do it because of this was a big problem. And nobody is supposed to see this. He was told to shut it down. He was told to shut down that Prince investigation, okay? Because we're saying Eric Prince is doing one thing, but in actuality, the Ace of Pentacles is a point of opportunities. This could be pills. It could be anything of value. He is, there goes my throat. Oh my gosh. He is the point, I can't stand this. The point of opportunity for who? It really matters to this group. Okay. Wait. So he was told to shut it down because of that. Who's telling him to? I'm ordering you to shut. Yeah, like we don't know who that is. The Eight of Swords. This is going to handicap him. Someone's going to go to jail. This is a nightmare if you don't shut this down for the transnational criminal enterprise, Donholio. And we have to defend and protect it, the Nine of Wands, with our things we got going on with the Russia or China. The Moon card is their business that they do together. For me, he's told to shut it down. Because the people around the world, the bosses, are saying the world. This isn't just Donholio. This is bigger than Don. These are the world bosses, the devil. Don't cut the devil off. We need to keep this under wraps. This is everything they smuggle, traffic, import, everything. Oh. And this is the point of power for this person in particular, the Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting Ivanka off of this. I'm getting Ivanka, I'm like Betsy and Chow. They are the world leaders at the top of government structures. Okay? Yeah, he was told to shut it down. So this is Bill Behind Bars. This is him. He's like, the star. Bill Behind Bars is the star for Donholio. Shut that down. Because this is Ten of Swords. I'm going to kill you if you don't. You think this is going to end me, it'll end you, I'll take you down with me. Because the Once card, this is someone approaching the executive branch from outside the nation. The Ace of Swords, to me this screams China, that or else I will hurt your infrastructure type of thing. Yeah, there's major retaliation. So Bill Behind Bars at the foundation of this is surveillance. I just got, they have his phone, all that is tapped. All that is tapped. They have so much stuff on him that he's done for a long time. And the skies above, the Five of Swords, the Mafia. We're in the middle of this big mess. There's a lot of threats on him, pointedly, because of this. This is the EricPrincediscussion investigation. Just feels like a big mess. You got to shut it down because I got money and people on the ground working for me. The Queen of Wands, a leader from another nation, is going to... People are going to get cut off. Very unhappy. Leaders from another nation, usually the Russia, very unhappy. This is the EricPrincediscussion investigation because the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the dynasties, we've got the autocrats, we've got everyone who seized power and is stealing from the governments, the Saudis, the China, or the Russia. Judgments. Cut off the judgment to indict now, or it's going to be pain. Because this is going around the world. That Two of Swords. That Two of Swords. Because this is a life. Where's that Ace of Swords? This is part of the lifeline and how they do their business. The beginnings of their business is all digital. Oh my God. Two of Swords. The Five of Pentacles. Are these the global coups? The Five of Pentacles, shutting people out, seizing power, seizing money. Oh my God, it is. I cannot believe I just drew this Three Cups. This Five of Pentacles, Three Cups in the last quarter moon kept coming up, and it boiled down to this was the thing the Republican Party was protecting. Not only was it the insurrection, but it's the documents and how they all could... There goes my throat. The Republican Party is all over this. Holy cow. Okay, I have another deck. But he had to shut it down for this reason. The King of Wands told him to. Donholio's pissed. Bearing down on him. Four of Pentacles. Seizing power. Keeping power. Not letting anyone near this. Protect this with your life. The Six of Wands mob, the transnational mob. They're going to come get you. The Six of Wands, the Seven of Swords, theft, and forfeiture. This is their moneymaker. This is the point of opportunity with the mob and their business. Do you get this? This is a transnational organized thing that has its roots, its claws into our government. I know a lot of that might have started off with like CIA way long ago, but now this has a grip and a foothold. Ooh, wow. Do you get this? Do you get this? Okay. Michael Grant, you guys are talking about Florida. Is it warm there or is it cold? It looked like it was really cold. Here, I need to see you guys. Let me see all of them. Okay. Paisley, I get this. You get it. Yay, yeah. So, That's Bill Behind Bars. That's why he shut that down. And in comes a new deck, SCSmith. I just want to hear what you have to say about this. We're just going to do a card for each. No. What's this? What are you doing about this? 5 of Pentacles and this 3 of Cups. Because the GOP is protecting that. The transnational mob and forfeitures. And this. 7 of Cups. Yeah, we know it's all hiding behind a fog, a cloud. You say it's this, it's not. There's your Page of Pentacles. Looking at the individual points of money, points of contact, points of data, points of communications. SCSmith is really in good position because just for the sake of just that little ANOM app that we found out about in June 2021, that the bad guys, the crime syndicates globally were using and texting each other over 25 million messages and texts of their crimes, was an FBI app. So it's like he's got a leg up on that. You've got the 2 of Wands. He knows what they're doing, where things get started, and their next steps. So he's so far ahead of the game. And I'm just throwing cards on this, shows what the transnational nature of his investigations, just with J6 and Mar-a-Lago records. It's a transnational deal. So Bill Behind Bars, the Department of Justice, which is still a crime scene, we have SCSmith, is able to fight back on this one, the 7 of Wands, against the 5 of Swords. He's fighting back. This is him. He's not pulling any punches. He doesn't care who's related to what. This is him. Just with Merrick Garland to clean this up. Why this was shut down, that's the coup. That's another nation. This was supposed to be Donholio's new America, with him taking it over, the Queen of Pentacles with the coup. The challenge is the Page of Cups. So, what's this Page of Cups? These are intercepts. Yes. Oh, we have everything. These people are in trouble. And then this 5 of Pentacles, this 3 of Cups, the thing that GOP is still protecting, has to do with transmitting information, people, things, abroad, across the waters. They are protecting their crime syndicate. And they weakened the United States defenses as such. This is why he's taking the positioning that he is. I have another Jack story, but I totally went off on a tangent from what I was planning to talk about. Hiya, Barbie. 58 degrees. That's nice. Yeah, we are like, I think we got up to like 12. No, maybe 20. So we're like way above 0 now. Because it was, but still freezing cold. I mean, still under 32. Okay. 52 and raining in Portland. Yeah, it's going to like all of a sudden warm up. I was so looking forward to having ice and ice rinks and skating, but we got the snow, so that was good. I don't even think they got the rink set up. It's just such crazy weather. We also have a Mercury retrograde this week on the 28th. So whatever plans McCarthy thinks he has and the GOP thinks they have, they're stuck in a rut. They're not going to be able to get things going when they assume power in January. They're going to be stuck in this space for much longer than they would like to be. Okay? I wanted to talk about this asteroid Liberatrix. That's what I want to do. So back to when releasing the taxes. This Liberatrix is like I love this asteroid. It's the Liberatrix. And then I learned of a new asteroid when Zelensky gave him his speech, which is the, there goes my throat again. So we have Liberatrix. And then when he gave his speech, EricPrincediscussion. This is essentially the Empress. It's like Zelensky and Ukraine are, they're being seen as the Empress now, the nation with the goods and everything they could possibly need going forward. Okay. The four corners are covered in the chat. Oh, Sandy, your patio fountain is thawing. I hope it's okay. It looked like a big snowman. So this asteroid Liberatrix, I told you a little bit about the story. So when they voted to release his taxes, this was at exactly 0 degrees Aries. Jupiter had just moved into the sign of Aries. New beginnings, new starts, new fights, warrior energy, new optimism, a new frontier. It's like this is like Aries is picking up the entire chart, cosmos, Pluto return, everything with Jupiter, and making things grow and expand from there. That everything that's going to happen here, because it was in this 9th house of the law, it is going to get its start with the law, with hearings. We're finding out more and more, but a lot of this stuff is being teased out through our institutions, but also looking abroad at what's going. So this 0 degree, it's like Jupiter is in Aries all the way until the end of May. So it's like it has all of this power, okay? And Liberatrix, now we got to look, in the US chart, I almost fainted. I swear, I was just like, what? Okay, so when I wanted to look in our history and see where this asteroid was prominent, I picked some prominent dates, and this is the story it tells. What does this say? What is it? Oh my God, you guys. This is, yes, I definitely wanted to faint here. So in the USA chart, you guys, it's at freaking 22 degrees Capricorn in the United US natal chart. Do you know? Here I go again. I'm going to faint again. I need my chart. Is this it? (22 degrees Capricorn). At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that I've just been kind of alluding to during this live, that was back on January 12th, 2020. This is the change in world power and government structure. I mean, a testimony to that is NATO expanding. I mean, that's crazy. This is the change, and this is at the local, state level to the federal and international level. That's what the Saturn-Pluto conjunction did. And it was at 22 degrees Capricorn in 2020. And this is the USA natal chart. Furthermore, at 22 degrees Capricorn, here goes my throat. The GOP is so, oh, I need a big drink of water. The GOP, their natal Jupiter is 22 degrees Capricorn. This is in their 6th house of public servants. This is like all their shenanigans that they do, like with our military to obviously get paid. So there's a change in that for the GOP. We're going to be liberated. USA Liberatrix. This is what I'm talking about. Being liberated. It also is conjunct China's Jupiter, which is 22 degrees Capricorn. This is in their, can you see this? Wait a second. There we go. So this is in their 12th house, in their blind spot. Secrets, hidden enemies. This, I think they're starting to figure out something isn't quite right, because it's like they can't get traction to get back onto track to build their economy, especially with their housing market. Okay, their housing, what's going on there? They're having some weird nebulous problems, and I have always seen it as related to the Saturn Pluto. They've just been so chill at, like we have no problems, or we're going to be dominating again. No, this was a change in world power and structure of government. China, the GOP. And earlier I mentioned, this is Donholio's VERTEX, where he makes his luck. So, USA Liberatrix, back on January 12th, 2020, aside from those eclipses earlier that kicked Donholio out, it's like we're being liberated from your ways and means of being lucky. We are being liberated from China's intrusion and the secret things that they do. And we're being liberated from the GOP, the way they write their laws, and, manipulating the military and the government, right? Isn't that crazy? Okay, new deck. Show me USA's Liberatrix. We're liberated. We just genuinely liberated. At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, what happened to our Liberatrix? Our Liberatrix. And USA Liberatrix hitting Donholio's VERTEX. I swear to God, this deck just laughed at me. Him. China's secret plans. The GOP's Jupiter. Oh, there's something else in here. I think I need both of these. So, those tax returns all started with Liberatrix. She's been revived. Charging forth. Knight of Swords being liberated. With Jupiter at her side, with our intel agencies, and taking all the information in a new way, new frontier, new horizons to charge for. Like, you cannot stop this at all. Nobody can contain this. This is going right back of the Five of Cups. This is intercontinental monies, things that were taken, things that we can recover. Charging forth, the Emperor, Liberatrix. Who's the Emperor now? So for USA Liberatrix being liberated, there's the United States again. Yay, the Queen of Cups is liberated. She's taken a look, the Hanged Man, taken a look. She's seen things this second time around with our Pluto return in a new way. It's kind of these, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting a long, long time for those taxes. We've been liberated. We're going to take a long, long, long look at that. Liberatrix. At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, things changed. World power, government, things changed. We have the Magician working some magic, working those skills, the inherent way that the world power should be is getting a makeover, redone the way it's supposed to be. Oh my God. And liberated from the King of Wands reversed. Oh my gosh. There goes my throat. It's Donholio. It's angry Putin. It's Xi. It's the Saudis, the Qataris. We're disposing of you and your leadership. Do you get that? Isn't this crazy? Marie, I will never forget them either, the GOP. Okay. This Liberatrix USA, Saturn Pluto, hitting Donholio on his VERTEX, making his luck. that doesn't look so lucky, the Page of Cups reversed, it all turns over. All the things he was able to manipulate, those people, those fools that he just so enamored of him, flipped on its head. Nope. Liberated from you. This is China. They're Jupiter. 22 Capricorn. Liberated. We're liberated from their, quote, dynasty. Their giant, huge, sprawling economy that's supposed to be the next big, giant world power. Liberated from that. This is the GOP's Jupiter, conjunct China's Jupiter. Liberatrix. They're back down, not to square one, but they're back down to just trying to keep things in balance. That Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Six Wands mob, the transnational organized crime syndicate. It's like, yeah, we like you, but we can't be friends anymore. We like you. Maybe we have to go undercover somehow. Because the challenge is we've been in bed with you with this coup, the new nation under Donholio. We're liberated from that. They are so screwed, you guys. So screwed. How are you doing? Yeah, I think you're right, Michael. Did NIXON open trade with China and Reagan, Ronald did something with that. Maybe he passed the baton, maybe he picked something up. But it's just the timeline of all these things intersecting. For entertainment purposes only. Yes, are we entertained? Julia, the GOP is splintering. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are. Okay, I keep going off all these tangents. So this was another key point with this asteroid Liberatrix and where she is in the USA chart. But wait, I'm not done. There's still more that we can faint about. Where is this? What? Okay. Oh. At the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, this chart, January 12th, 2020. I'm sorry, I have written all over this. Oh my gosh, there's so much good stuff here. Oh, Russia. It was conjunct Liberatrix. Look at that. In the USA, that asteroid was at the top of the chart. What we aspire to do, who we're becoming, the guiding light that just keeps pushing us more and more to this goal of being liberated. That's where it was at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. I want to point out something here. Uranus, the planet Uranus, at this point, it is 2 degrees Taurus, 39 degrees. The top of Russia's chart is 3 degrees Taurus, and it's a money sign, and there's a lot of talk in the air right now with the Russia's economy kind of blowing up. There's a lot more behind that. If I can get to that, I will. But that's just a really interesting thing. There goes my throat again. I am just hovering all this stuff. I know it's Monday. I haven't checked any of the news today. Just stuff is just happening so fast. Wait. Why do I have this over here? Or was it the Saturn Jupiter? I'm sorry. One of these was Saturn Pluto and one of these was Saturn Jupiter. I'm sorry. Anyway, if this is the Saturn Jupiter, the new dynasty, this is the 1220. What was that? The Christmas star in 2020. This is how we finished the year. We started the year with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. We had 6 eclipses. We had 3 Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions. That's the thing that took out Hitler and Mussolini. And then we finished the year with the Great Conjunction at 0 degrees Aquarius, which ushered in a new dynasty for 200 years. And we never got to talk about the Saturn-Uranus square that year. or was it the Saturn? We had a major, yes. We never even got to talk about that because all this stuff happened at once, and we haven't seen anything like this for like 3,000 to 5,000 years. Okay, so, oh my gosh, so it was at 25 degrees Leo. Donald's Mars is 26 degrees Leo, so it takes away his ability to charge forth in leadership. Is he able? No, he can't grab onto anything and say, hey, I'm the leader. He's not the leader. I don't have Jupiter Pluto 1, but Jupiter Pluto number 2 is very interesting. This happened in last July. Like I said, this is what took out the fascists. This is, oh my goodness, thank you so much, you guys. This one, dun dun dun, was at 21 degrees Virgo, conjunct USA Neptune, which is white supremacy, fascists, the Nazis, in the USA chart. This leads that. Liberatrix, the Jupiter Pluto, takes out those Nazis, and it is square, it is leading the USA natal Neptune at the Jupiter Pluto number 2 from 2020. We're not even talking about 2022 and our USA Pluto return that's happened 3 times. And our final return is on Wednesday in the morning. Was there more Liberatrix? I think that was enough. I think I said I can't do this anymore because I started to weep. I started getting teary-eyed, and I think I tweeted about that. Which, yes, by the way, I know my account is still locked because there's just some weird things going on there. And that's why you guys cannot retweet my stuff because it's locked. You can still take screenshots, and share if you would like. But that's happening with that. So this is my new best friend, favorite asteroid, Liberatrix. She's going to carry us far. I think I said I had no doubt whatsoever going forward we were going to be in good hands, happily ever after. How are you guys doing? Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Ellen, so much. For entertainment purposes only, yes. Many are suggesting his lawyers just plead insanity. His lawyers? I don't think they have any sort of defense. I know, T-Barb, I don't see you anymore. You're not on Twitter. I know a lot of people had to go. I totally get that. Okay. So, there was that. Oh, we got it done. And when they voted to release those down, look at these asteroids. Look at this. So, the guy, not the co-chair, the minority leader, his name is Kevin Brady, and there's actually asteroids for that. Is this my hair again? Oh no, that's a thread. So I could not believe this either. Kevin, Home Alone, was 26 degrees Aries, in square to Pluto, but on top of it, his last name, 26 degrees Libra. Could there be anything more symbolic as to being at total odds with what is going on here? Where was the Ways and Means? Vote to release his taxes. The top of the chart is 21 degrees Aries, where the sun was at its highest point that day. Kevin is 26 degrees Aries, so it's in the 10th house, it's in the skies above, so like everyone's talking about him, he's doing a lot of talking, he is front and center too, so this is 26 degrees Aries, and you know what's right in the middle, exactly, at like 23 degrees, 58 minutes, is Eris, the F around and find out asteroid, so he's talking in the sky. I mean, didn't he look really nervous about this? Well, exactly opposite his name, his first name, who he is, down here, trying to protect home and stay safe in a secret space with his GOP pal buddies. Exactly opposite 26 degrees. Oh my gosh. And there goes my throat. Oh, you guys. Oh, this is a world of pain for them. Dark moon Lilith, black moon Lilith, the pain, the abandonment, the fear, the darkest, deepest pain, fear of the feminine. I don't even know he's a guy. Men also, there's male, female. The energies, yin yang, is just risen over the horizon. It's in the blind spot of him. So he is an exact square to who he is, his secrets and what's going on with to release this, and what he's trying to protect down here. And we've got Pluto, empowerment or destruction in the sixth house of public servant. Do you see this? So what can I just see some cards? We're going to use the good deck. I sense that Kevin's screwed. And as a representative of the GOP, they've got so many problems. USA 2.0, what's the problem? Well, they have to deal with this. F around, find out. Down here, trying to protect this. But in his blind spot, the secret that they have to deal with. And they're public servants and going to get destroyed by Potomac and Pluto. And at the heart of the matter, this is the issue for them. Okay, he's already sinking. The Magician 2.0. Hello, Liberatrix. We're being liberated from your crazy ways. And we're going to send you to jail. Yeah, it's a total nightmare. They are caught. There's no way. They're done. The Ten of Swords. They are done. They are done. And we have the digital footprints that separates them out to what they own. It's an eclipse point. They've been eclipsed. So here we have him in the skies. Chit chat, chit chat. Yeah, they're voting to release the taxes. Yeah, Four of Cups, I'm doing my job. He's thinking about Donholio. This is such a Donholio card. He's thinking about his job and the government. I've got a job to do. I represent the government. But down here, I'm at odds with this with my party. Oh my gosh. The dynasty. This is also China. All that money, because they know he's tied to, there goes my throat. They know he's tied to autocrat. This is donor money. Three of Wands reversed. We have a secret. We really wanted this to remain hidden undercover, no one to see it. But hello, there is the moon at 26 Scorpio, conjunct the south node at USA Pluto return. They don't have a prayer, you guys. They're just thinking they're just got screwed now. No, it started in 2020. Back when they thought they were all that, they were screwed then. It's just eclipses and all this stuff takes months and cycles to filter down. And this has already been set. There's no way out. So this is the secret, the pain, the secret. Oh, the Fool card. This is going to be indicted or you're out of office. You're going to have a fresh start doing something that I don't think you want to be doing because you tried to take over the White House and have a coup. Things are not going to go well with you. This is not good. And then we have over here, they're public servants. We have 20, it's in square to this, destruction. The Four of Swords trying to lay low. But the secrets and all the digital stuff is coming out. They are a mess. When the USA Potomac defending herself is making them very weak as public servants. And they're going to just try to slow everything down as much as they can and maybe come up with a counteroffensive. I don't think it's going to work. But this Kevin Brady, the heart of the matter, dealing with this, is their fate. What must go up must come down, their fortune. And it's just not only the part of fortune, these guys, GOP, who did favors for Donald at particular times, leading particular groups to try to pull off a coup. This also represents each of them and what they did. They're sweating. You guys, they are so screwed. How are you guys doing? Hi, Pammy. Hi, Beth. Hi, you guys. Okay. So, hello, Liberatrix. My new favorite asteroid. She's kicking butt. And she, oh boy. Oh, I have to tell you one more thing. Did I get these all? I did this. I did this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Who's RETTIG? Who's this person? RETTIG. That's the IRS guy. Okay, look at this. Furthermore, can you want to take this another deep level on how screwed they are? Okay, so I started off this live explaining what was happening at the time of this chart, the way everything was set up cosmically and very, very fatedly forever for these guys. And the one thing that I did talk about was this thing called the VERTEX. VERTEX, it's like making your own luck where serendipitous things happen. It's like the worlds collide and the world opens up, and Donald is very good at generating his luck, but he got kneecapped in 2020. He can't do that anymore. But this VERTEX was at 19 degrees Sagittarius, which was, oh, whoops. Oh. Just a second. I'm not gonna be able to see you guys for a little bit. Oh, my computer died. I didn't realize it was unplugged. Okay, so I can't see you. I'm going blind right now. But this was at the 12/16/2020 solar eclipse, releasing a solar figure. This is when we got rid of Donald for good. Okay, so when they voted, it activated that eclipse at 19 degrees Sagittarius. It's a very important point because the North Node, on January 6th, the North Node was at 19 Gemini, where we were headed. We released the solar figure. We're getting a new one, but on January 6th, they tried to create a new destiny with the North Node in Gemini here. Do you get that? But he was already released. He couldn't fulfill that cosmically because just not even a month earlier, just like 2-3 weeks earlier, I'm gobsmacked. On December 16th to January 6th, the universe released him then. Do you get this crazy timing and how lucky we are with these things? Holy cow. Please turn on. Are you going to turn on? I still can't see you guys. Oh, my computer is dead. Okay, so House Ways and Means votes to release the taxes. We're continuing on this theme on December 20th. So you understand that this 19-degree point and this 19-degree point are critical. It's like its own axis of balance that is like keeping this, they're keeping this thing together, whatever this thing is, the old way, the old GOP, are really struggling to hold this together because they wanted this to be their destiny, January 6th. But hello, surprise, you've been liberated. So that was Kevin Brady's asteroid. Well, some other asteroids. This guy, his name is RETTIG. Was he Donholio's guy that he installed at the IRS? And just a second, I'm logging in. He's Donholio's guy that was installed at the IRS, and that's the reason why there was no audit. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, you guys. That's why there was no audit on the taxes the first 2 years, okay? So coincidentally, look at this. When this was released, he was at 18 Pisces 2 degree. He is in exact square with this vertex, because there's 360 degrees. These are 180 degrees apart. RETTIG is right here. 18 degrees Pisces. Not only is he right there, he's in this 8th house, which has to do with debts and taxes. And he's towards the end of this house, which means he kind of like had a final word about that instance. So this is in the crosshairs as well. USA natal, dark moon Lilith, is 19 Virgo. This is the pain in our chart that has to deal with slavery and people of color. So it's like RETTIG doing the white guy a favor, okay? It's in the crosshairs of these eclipses and how Donholio wanted to reinvent USA 2.0, but he's like, again, too late to the party, got kicked out. And him doing that is in total opposition to, here in the 2nd house, our values and norms as a nation. And everybody knows it. Everybody is howling about this. Where there's another one. There's another one. I can't find it. Richard, the Dem that chairs that committee, was at 18 degrees Sagittarius. His last name did not have an asteroid. So 18 comes before 19, okay? So he held the vote, they vote. So as the Earth continues to spin, it's like, what does he have at his back going forward with this vote is, yeah, Donholio was released. This is the vertex, the opportunity that showed itself, kind of luck, related to an eclipse point when we literally, the cosmos literally disposed of Donholio. And it's an eclipse point on the eve of the summer solstice, where Capricorn picks it all up as an establishment, an authority, and does what one is supposed to do with those tax returns, with government, with establishment, the way you do things, and protocol, and the responsible thing to do. Isn't that crazy? Okay. So I think, oh gosh, there's a, oh my God. What is this? Oh, new moon Capricorn. Okay. We have one more thing to talk about. And I just, my brain's just going to start popping off again. Because, well, or my throat's going to totally dry out. How are you guys doing? Marie Sutton, please do a Terrascope for the GOP house after January. Yes, I definitely will. I already know that it's very bad news just because we have this Pluto return and a Mercury retrograde that's happening from the time the house went on to recess to when they return. This is treacherous. It's like they are making plans right now, but everything is being remade again. Like the first Pluto return we had in January, it really hit them crosswise and sideways. We had another Pluto return in July, and it seemed like they kind of recovered. It didn't take them as long to recover. They kind of acclimated to it. But it really was not good for them during the election. So they've shown that they can be flexible. But this third Pluto return is it is totally going to hit them. It's already hitting them. And they're not going to realize it. They're all going to get, see, something just is weird. I don't know what's happening. Something still just, there's things that are incomplete right now. But it's like they are going to be totally lost and spinning and just really not the start they want, and it's going to be embarrassing. But I do want to tell you, at this new moon Capricorn, and I knew Donholio was, I was wondering what was going to happen. You guys, this degree, 16 degrees Sagittarius. In Donholio's chart, this is an asteroid WUHAN. We've talked about this a lot in the past. This is a very destructive asteroid. It devastates things. It destroys things, you know, like what's going on in Ukraine. It's like an asteroid of war. Its breadth and depth of destruction is vast and far and wide, okay? You know, think about COVID. Think about Pearl Harbor and having another world war. Think about those things. And like 9/11. Donald's WUHAN asteroid is at 16 degrees Sagittarius. Coincidentally, it shares this same degree with exactly on the cusp of Russia's 5th house, which is a leader, and with China exactly on their 11th house, this axis, which has to do with your friends and networks. So this is what makes it so harmonious for Donholio and Russia and China to just go to war and mess stuff up together from different sides of the earth. It's like they are easily able to work together, but also pick up on the nuances of what either one is doing and pick it up from there and make things even worse, okay? So, at this new moon Capricorn, I saw at 16 degrees Sagittarius, asteroid Jack Schmidt, which is what I'm using for a special counsel, okay? So I'm like sitting here thinking today, just kind of waiting. I'm like, Donholio is going to declare a war on him, or he's going to declare a war on him. Well, we already know he's got the goods. And then I saw he released that video that attacked him, his family, people working on it. So I wanted to see this asteroid and how these two are countering each other, because of course Donholio was upset. He waited one day until the day after Christmas to go on attack, right? Okay, show me Donald's WUHAN. Ooh. Attacking him, his family, investigation, investigators. Okay. He's going to pull in, how does he pull in Russia? He pulls in Russia to go on offense against him like that. How does he pull in China to go on offense? Judgment. Look at that. Judgment. He doesn't want there to be any judgments. He wants this to be dropped. He's going to say there's bias, it's a sham, blah, 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 blah. Taking action, recruiting people to take action for justice, the scales of justice. He's trying to get what he wants. So Donholio's WUHAN, see, he can't, the star. He likes to make wars. He likes to attack people. He's got a problem with trying to attack him. And he doesn't have the mojo, and we've been liberated from him. It's just not gonna quite fit the bill the way he thinks. But he's gonna attack SCSmith, Page of Pentacles reversed. He's trying to protect his far-right people and all the people that are involved, and there's evidence. Also trying to send a message, go after him. His family has been declared fair game. We had wondered about that, but he has sloppily said this is fair game, and we have the investigation. He wants to be separated from this investigation, the Two of Swords, and the investigators, the Six of Swords. he's trying to have some power of influence on what's going on and how they're doing this. I'm getting GOP off of this because they transmit. This is him sending a signal, transmitting an idea to allies on how to behave and do this. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. So he wants to pull in Russia now. How is he signaling Russia? Because they are so intimately intertwined. There you go. The Four of Cups. I've always said this is a Donholio thing. When he takes the baton and goes with the plan from the rusher. Well, it's reversed now. He's trying to get them to maybe do something and act. And they're going to go on the offensive against him. They're building up propaganda. They're building up a plan. They are in it. And he's trying to signal with China and the networks. The Eight of Swords, release me from this nightmare, because it is also a nightmare absolutely from China. They need to get ahead of this because it's the Nine of Cups, the transnational mob. They have a crime syndicate that they have to protect, that they're all involved with. And I am not surprised this happened. I think Jack is already done. How are you dealing with Donald's Wuhan? He's got his defenses up. He's protecting himself. Just kind of watching what's happening. He's going after you and your family. Oh, intel. He's got a plan. He's got a plan. He can't show what it is. I've totally gotten the sense that they pre-paved a plan because they knew Donald would be pissed and try to sick his people on him. And it would be coming in fast. So he absolutely has a response for this. I feel like he is watching. What is Russia's response on the attack? Oh, here we go. The Six of Swords. It matches the investigators, but Donald signaling people what information. So he's got his eye on Russia and what's being transmitted to them as far as a plan through the government. They're already on this. And what about China? What are you doing about China? It's a response from Donald's. They're watching the leaders. They're watching the leaders there, the Queen of Wands, and how they conspire there. And what about here? With the transnational mob here. It's all connected. Isn't that crazy? So this is the stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. I had to just get this good news out of the way ahead of our Pluto return because they've been kneecapped. There is nothing they can do. This icky deck, my crime deck, it has basically checked out. Its, expiration date has come. They cannot create anything new anymore. They're done, okay? So we do have our third Pluto return in the morning on Wednesday. I'm not sure when I'm going to be live on Wednesday because we're trying to do like more college visits this week. And so it'll just happen when it happens. But you can feel it coming. Wednesday's going to feel like a different day. I'm very curious to know what the news is going to say. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me on such short notice. I hope you had a great holiday. I hope you guys are going to take it easy this week. Enjoy yourselves. And be kind with yourself. Be kind with one another. Thank you, moderators. And thank you guys so much for your generous donations. It's always very much appreciated. And I will see you much sooner than later. We just have some things to work out, okay? So thanks so much for coming this evening. Thank you. Hi, Electra. Nice to see you. You might want to go back and start again, okay? Maria, I can't wait for the takedown. Agreed. Bye, Electra. Love you, Patricia. Thank you. Thank you, T-Barb. Thank you, Joji. Hi, Pammy. Thank you. Love you. Lots of love to you and hubby. I hope he's doing okay. Bye, Teresa. Bye, Velma. Bye, Sharon and Robin. Happy New Year. Thank you, Gretchen and Magdalena. Thank you. Thank you for muting that message. Apparently, I suck, you guys. I know I am, but what are you? I know I am, but what are you? A hurdy, emotional. Have a nice evening. Bye. Bye. Okay. Good night, you guys.